Jamaica is on the brink of a historic transformation, one that could finally sever its last colonial ties and redefine its national identity. For over 60 years since gaining independence in 1962, the island has remained under the British monarchy, with the King of England still holding symbolic power over the nation. But now, the long-debated push for a republic is gaining momentum, and Jamaica is closer than ever to replacing the British monarch with a Jamaican president. This transition becomes more than a legal or political shift. It is a profound statement about sovereignty, identity, and Jamaica's journey toward full independence. By severing this final institutional link to its colonial past, Jamaica would follow in the footsteps of other Caribbean nations, such as Barbados, which became a republic in 2021. So, what does this mean for the country's future? Will this move strengthen Jamaica's sovereignty, or are there hidden challenges ahead? As Jamaica stands at this crossroads, we at Caribbean Focus decided to take a look at this pivotal moment in the nation's history, exploring the reasons behind the push for Republican status, the process involved, and the potential implications for Jamaica's political, social, and cultural future. Stay tuned as we dive deep into this defining moment in the island's history. Let's now take a look at Jamaica's colonial history. Jamaica's relationship with Great Britain is rooted in centuries of colonial history, a complex legacy of exploitation, resistance, and transformation. In 1655, the British seized the island from Spanish control, marking the start of nearly 300 years of British colonial rule. Under British control, Jamaica became one of the largest producers of sugar in the world, relying heavily on the forced labor of enslaved Africans to sustain its plantation economy. While slavery was abolished in 1834, the British Empire continued to exert power over the country for more than a century. By the mid-20th century, as nationalist movements swept through colonies worldwide, Jamaica began its push for independence. But this wasn't an easy task. It took years of advocacy and negotiations, and Jamaica finally achieved independence on August 6, 1962, marking a turning point in its history. But many see this independence as only partial. While Jamaica was granted full control over its affairs, under this constitutional monarchy, Queen Elizabeth II remained the ceremonial head of state, represented locally by a Governor-General appointed on the advice of the Jamaican Prime Minister. In other words, all laws and decisions required the approval of the head of state, i.e. the Queen's representative on the island or the Governor-General. In essence, this gave the Governor-General the power to reject any decisions made by the democratically elected Parliament and Prime Minister, a system still in place today. Even though the Governor-General has never dismissed a law, as it is customary for them to always give consent to bills passed by Parliament, they still have the power to veto legislation passed. Effectively, the Governor-General is the most powerful political position in the country, and the King of England has the power to interfere in the affairs of the country directly. Despite independence, the continued presence of the British monarch as Jamaica's head of state has been a point of contention. Many view it as a lingering symbol of colonial domination that clashes with the nation's desire for complete sovereignty. Others, in contrast, see it as having no political effects on the country's affairs and serving as a connection to its past. Over the decades, multiple debates and efforts have been made to transition Jamaica to a republic. In 1995, for example, the government formally proposed a Republican model suggesting the replacement of the Governor-General with a Jamaican president. Similarly, in 2012, during Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence, there were renewed calls for constitutional reform. More recently, regional developments such as Barbados's transition to a republic in 2021 have reignited the conversation in Jamaica stronger than ever. Public and political support for republicanism in Jamaica is growing, driven by a collective desire to fully sever ties with the colonial past and establish a head of state representing Jamaica's people. As the nation reflects on its historical ties with Great Britain, becoming a republic has become increasingly central to Jamaica's ongoing journey towards self-determination and national pride. But where is Jamaica now? Jamaica's transition to a republic is a momentous undertaking that involves amending the country's constitution, addressing the legal implications of removing the British monarch as head of state, and determining how the new head of state will be chosen. The first task of becoming a republic is amending Jamaica's constitution, which establishes the British monarch as the head of state. To facilitate this significant constitutional change, the Jamaican government created the new Ministry for Legal and Constitutional Affairs, establishing a Constitutional Reform Committee in March 2023. This Constitutional Reform Committee was tasked with thoroughly reviewing the country's 1962 Constitution. However, the Constitution Reform Commission's approach has been criticized. Critics highlight the Commissioner's lack of diversity, with 11 of its 15 members being lawyers. This leads to concerns about insufficient representation from various sectors of Jamaican society. Additionally, though the new commission was established in 2023, it has only met a handful of times and has held few public meetings to seek the input of the wider population. Furthermore, debates have emerged regarding prioritizing becoming a republic over other constitutional reforms and appointing the future president who will replace the Governor General. Despite these challenges, the government remains committed to achieving republic status by the next general election in 2025. In a major update in December 2024, the government presented a bill in Parliament to abolish the constitutional monarchy and transition the country to a republic. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us bring you more great content. Thank you. Let's now take a look at what's in the bill. In December 2024, Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, the Honorable Marlene Malahoo Fort, tabled the Constitutional Amendment Republic Act 2024 in the House of Representatives, abolishing the constitutional monarchy and transitioning Jamaica to a republic. The tabling of the bill marks the greatest progress made so far in our effort to reform the Constitution of Jamaica to achieve the national goal of having a Jamaican as head of state. Most importantly, the bill will provide comprehensive provisions for the office of the President of Jamaica as a republic, including qualifications to hold the office, the procedure for appointment, tenure of the office, including removal from office, immunity, and the oath of office. Additionally, mentions of the Crown, royal, dependencies, and other monarchical terms and institutions will be replaced. But the bill will do more than just replace the Governor General as head of state and change terms. It will touch on many other aspects of the country's constitution. The new constitution will provide the joint sitting of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate will also be expanded to include senators appointed independently of the political parties in the House of Representatives. Additionally, when appointments are being made in that category, consideration is to be given to representing the interests of Jamaican citizens living overseas. The legislation will also explicitly facilitate the inclusion of the national emblem, flag, anthem, both lyrics and music, national tree, flower, fruit, and bird, along with the motto, pledge, national song lyrics, and music and national prayer in the Constitution. It will also clarify provisions regarding Jamaican citizenship, recognition at the highest level of the Caribbean community, CARICOM, and Jamaica's participation. Let's consider the broader implications of a republic. Jamaica's transition from a constitutional monarchy to a republic will have wide-ranging implications across political, economic, cultural, and social spheres. It represents a transformative moment in Jamaica's history, but careful consideration of the consequences is essential to ensure a smooth and successful transition. Jamaica's transition to a republic raises questions about its relationship with the Commonwealth of Nations, an organization of former British colonies and territories. While Jamaica can remain a member of the Commonwealth as a republic, as nations like India, Barbados, and South Africa have done, many fear this will jeopardize its relationship with the monarchy. Another point to consider is the wider economic implications of becoming a republic. Implementing constitutional changes will require financial resources and costs associated with updating official documents, signage, and symbols that currently reference the monarchy. On the flip side, however, becoming a republic is set to enhance the country's global image as an independent, sovereign nation, which may positively influence trade, foreign relations, and tourism. Tourists, particularly from the Jamaican diaspora, may view the transition as a reason to reconnect with the country's renewed identity, potentially boosting the economy. Furthermore, the move could provide an opportunity to strengthen economic ties with regional and global partners by presenting Jamaica as a modern and self-sufficient nation free from its colonial past. As symbols, national emblems, and names that reflect colonial ties are replaced, the transition to a republic is set to inspire greater unity and civic engagement among Jamaicans. By moving beyond its colonial legacy, the nation will become fully independent and has already begun to foster a stronger sense of ownership and pride in its governance and future. So, as Jamaica completes this significant transformative step in the nation's journey toward full sovereignty and self-determination, it marks the beginning of a new chapter in its history. Becoming a republic symbolizes the nation's break from its colonial past and its embrace of a future defined entirely by the will of its people. By replacing the British monarch with a Jamaican president as head of state, Jamaica will not only reinforce its national identity, but also strengthen its democratic institutions and reaffirm its commitment to self-governance. However, this transition is not without its challenges, as the constitutional reform bill still requires it be passed in the House of Representatives, passed in the Senate, and finally assented by none other than the Governor-General. However, if all goes according to plan, Jamaica is set to solidify its standing as a fully independent nation by the end of this year, 2025. Jamaica stands on the edge of a new era, one where its people fully define their own destiny. Becoming a republic is more than a political change. It's a powerful statement of sovereignty, identity, and national pride. As the country moves closer to this historic milestone, one thing is clear: Jamaica's future will be written by Jamaicans for Jamaicans. The journey isn't over yet, but the spirit of independence continues to shine brighter than ever. What do you think about Jamaica becoming a republic? Do you believe this move will strengthen the country's independence? Or do you think the British monarchy still has a role to play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Check out this video on Jamaica's Mega Projects 2024 that's transforming the island's future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest Caribbean stories. This is Caribbean Focus. See you in the next video.